choo-choo train, monkey bars, period games, spicy juice, angry goose, shiny cars, get put loose, hatred birds, picnic birds, soda pop, worms the birds, booty twerk, paperwork, spinning top, mermaid merc, leaves turn red in the fall, who remembers yo-yo ball, dirty secret, fruity lies, and Taco Bell as nacho fries. Yet there's a universe of stuff and things, from concepts to living beings.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Never count them all.
Oh, wait, we're supposed to do a thing. There we go. It is more subtle now. And I am joined by somebody that's totally not in incognito mode. I'm sure there's absolutely no reason for any of the stuff and things going on unless there is. Why? Totally not Fyzz. What's happening? Oh.
I know I should be wary. Still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose.
It's showtime!
He's a hot dude.
Dreams.
Is it just me, or is Piper sharing AI-generated art, which I know she's totally not doing because she's totally anti-AI and everything, and she has a hot horse dude on the screen when I come in?
No, she been sharing AI, but
Yes, I'm sure everybody saw that. There was a horse on the thumbnail. What did you expect me to do? It's one of those episodes. You've been warned. So totally not Fyzz. How are we doing?
Fucking horses, man. I
Some
swear it's
people
because
love
of Piper's last name. She's just never gonna escape horses.
I did not make any of those connections until right now.
Story
I'm
of
not
her
go-
life, though. Story of her life for real.
I'm not going to be able to unthink that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I feel so bad for the young lady.
Yeah. She wants to change her last name to Wolf. I can't imagine why.
No. I mean, who could ever imagine such a thing?
Yeah.
But yes. So, hey guys, what's going on? Memes here, and I'm joined by my host, who's in incognito mode apparently, because she does not want the wrath of her roommate coming down upon her. Because that's what we're going to be talking about. And the statement was horse equals mass times acceleration. I'm going to claim that statement holds. Not Fyzz. What say you?
I'm never gonna unsee horse nipples. Horseman
It's-
nipples.
Well, I mean,
He's hot.
oh no.
Like even his hair is hot.
I made it incredibly clear over the interwebs. I was uploading some S, and it will either be enjoyed or somebody will likely want to murder me in a video game or something like that, because we need to say those words, because otherwise we might get confused.
Looks like perhaps we were going about it wrong and needed both the hooves and the mouth. Man, out of context, that is terrible. Oh my goodness. Too much has come from this one show that I feel like would be hilarious referenced later, especially out of context. Oh wow, you're just wow. You got locked and loaded. Holy crap!
Unfortunately, I tend to troll the people that I like, and I do like Piper. She's a great gal. She's been through a lot.
Hot dude.
Dreams.
Listen, there are some underlying currents that kind of just like run through all these stuff and things, and no, she's pretty cool.
She did betray me though.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, I learned at that point that she was not quite as anti-AI as I am.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're slowly converting her.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's a
welcome,
traitor.
Jeremy Captain. Good to see you. It's been a long time, my man. We need to catch up at some point.
Apparently, you just
I-
got to use it to make some horse dude nipples, and she's sold on the idea. Holy crap!
no, no, no. Well, Fizz, let's be fair to Miss Piper. Um, music was a gateway drug.
That's true. I did help kind of enable that too, giving her song ideas.
I mean, she did kind of use it to help make you like a theme song and an AI song that makes the listener think about it because you're like, wait a second, is this an AI that's hating on AI or is it hating on the stupidity of humans for pointing out that, oh, maybe this is going to be an issue, this is going to be an issue, and then you do all the stuff and things where we were technically warned about, oh, look at this, and happy birthday, Skynet, happy like 2-month anniversary.
Yeah, she when they take over, I'm not helping her. I'm not rescuing her no more. Mm-mm.
That's no. I think the story is yet to be fully concluded. Welcome, Rick. Good to see you, my friend. It's just a little bit of horseplay right now. Um, hey, I can say that. Why? Because we all know if people say words about you on the internet, you have the right to respond, Starry. You don't take
Oh
it.
yeah, I forgot
Well,
memes is a. I said memes. Memes is a mun.
Yes, he is a mun.
I meant to say. You
He's
know
a
what that
nun.
works? That actually works.
He's a nun.
Memes,
Yes, he's a nun.
memes is a mun. That actually makes way more sense. Yeah, I like
Yes,
The
that.
it's
soy
a-
sauce is kicking in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, a mun, a
mun.
nun that
A man
that
nun.
identifies as a monk.
I learned something I didn't know existed. Apparently, according to some folks, maybe everything exists, but okay, just because something can exist doesn't mean it necessarily needs to be instantiated. Piper instantiated that I am a mun.
Mm. That's all thanks to sipping
Plum
enough
wine.
Kiko Man. Yeah, sipping enough Kiko Man sauce to forget that the word monk exists.
And well, it's like what are the words here? It's like memes, none. So you said memes, so therefore the conjugate must be mun because
Mm.
you need to keep structure, something like that. I'm grasping for straws.
How's
Help
that
me,
working
Fizz.
out
You
for
have a
you?
hard hat.
Yeah, no straws are gonna get up in here. That's for sure.
The hat. Forget to know. I've seen the mustache before. It's just the hat. I'm just like, it conveniently has vents for the ears.
I like that if you look at it close enough, it looks like it's made out of like construction paper, like it belongs on South Park.
Yes. No, it looks like a hat out of South Park.
Yep.
And well, conveniently, it's you may not have noticed it, but it's green, but it also has a minus sign, a plus sign, and a minus sign.
Oh,
So you are therefore wearing a hat that ends up being negative.
that's true. It's
See?
mega hat.
Neg like the Negaverse, like Negaduck
Yeah.
and everything. I feel like I understood, but I feel like some people using the conglomeration of words, it may have gotten kids saying things that probably weren't all that great. Just I don't know. I just run the iteration and statistical thing, and I feel like people may have gotten in trouble. Other than that, I enjoyed A Darkwing Duck. That was a well put together show. It's any show where it's like, all right, we can have a twist, but then again, we can have a twist in a way that like the twist kind of makes sense. But then again, it doesn't necessarily need to make sense to an adult. It can make sense to a kid. But then again, it kind of like back when Disney like had like great movies back in the day. It's like you could have something. It's like, all right, the kids will tee hee at this, the adults will tee hee at this. Therefore, we're making things that parents are like, I don't dread going to see a kids movie with my kids because I can actually like kind of enjoy it as well.
Mm.
I mean, that was the end of that ramble, but Starless in Seattle. Yes, Tim. Welcome, my friend. It's It's a very interesting day, just because we've been going over some deep lore. Because everybody knows nobody would ever take anything out of context on the
Hot
internet.
dude.
Memes.
That entire stream was a gold mine, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, even just getting up to different points in it, I'm just like, all right, we've established maybe this is the derivative of where they got, are you on the sauce? I
Right?
didn't realize it was soy sauce, or perhaps that's the first level approximation, because soy sauce can come in saucers, and if you are drinking something out of a saucer, it totally must be soy sauce and not booze.
It all comes full circle, man. It's all Kiko, man.
I mean, circles are very important, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. Some people may disagree, but I think they're a very useful idea. Somebody's going to very much not like that, but that's okay. That's okay. It's the internet. You are free to disagree. You are free to your opinions. But yes.
Sorry.
Oh, bless you.
I got allergies today. My nose been
Ah,
running all day.
must be the mustache.
Yeah, it's tickly. It's pretty tickly.
I'm
I
like
don't know how dudes eat with these. Because it seems to
very
filter out
carefully.
90% of my snacks. Don't actually make it all the way into my mouth.
So you're kind of like a baleen whale, except with like a
Right?
mustache. It's like,
It's
isn't
like
that?
yeah. It's ridiculous.
We just need to put you on a plankton diet. Oh my god! Now I'm imagining a SpongeBob crossover. Somehow I feel like you
Yeah,
fit in
when
there
you
just
said
right.
plankton, that was the first thing I thought of too. Well, pre SpongeBob, the first thing I thought of was like fifth grade science class, but no, freaking SpongeBob had to go and happen, and now all I can think of is this little cockroach looking dude.
It kind of looks like, I think, like an amoeba in a cartoon or something. Because at first I'm like, oh, baleen whale. So imagine the baleen getting like the krill and the stuff and things like that, and it's going through. And then I'm like plankton. And then I'm like, with the fizz framework, I'm like, well, fizz doesn't belong in the mouth of the whale. He belongs on SpongeBob SquarePants, and apparently wants to go help out. Help by eat things and eat everyone. Probably plankton.
I'll help with their radioactive volcano problems.
No. No,
Oh,
no more. You know that Sharkano may have actually raised the temperature of the planet by like a couple of degrees.
do you guys like being cold?
I'm just saying that it, I don't know. One of the dudes at the monastery, it's like he was talking about like a volcanic eruption. I'm like, oh, wasn't that the Sharkano? And he's like, yeah. He's like, it threw so much stuff up in the atmosphere and everything, and something greenhouse effects, yada yada, or something. It led to maybe a temporary increase for maybe a couple of years. That was
Oh,
the
right.
hypothesis. So
I forgot that you guys fixed your ozone layer. Well, you guys didn't really fix it. It fixed itself. But yeah, I forgot your ozone layers doesn't have a whole big old gaping hole in it
yeah,
anymore.
that was like one of the greatest things that like humanity could have actually done. It's like, hey,
Oopsies.
this stuff you're using, maybe if you don't use it and you just use this other stuff that's not as bad and will probably not destroy, like we are actually able to like help heal. Like that's a great achievement. And then we just argue about stuff because we don't like other people, or we think we don't like other people, and
I should
then
rephrase. Yes, you guys helped allow the ozone layer to heal itself, like it used to be able to do before you guys,
we
broke it
were
in the
less
first place.
bad in that respect.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's just
No,
do a little better.
that is a win. Convincing everybody to everybody but China to stop, doing a thing.
I think they may have stopped it. I mean, there are other stuff and things there, and they were different. Hey, listen, there are a lot of really smart people. If they have to take advantage of things, or if they're doing things we don't necessarily. The thing is, again, I haven't been following. I got out of that because human beings are very complicated, as I'm sure you've discovered from the internet.
Mm.
But it's like, all right, well, human beings are complicated, but basically, if it can be as simple as, hey, you did this thing, and somebody can just point right back at you, kind of a reflection, and be like, didn't you do the same thing? the argument. It's hard to. That's why the high ground is important. I learned that from Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah, that and not falling in lava.
I
That
mean,
part,
gives you
yeah,
advantage. I mean, it doesn't
yeah.
necessarily always mean that that's the case, but I think it helps increase your statistical likelihood of having a better outcome. That's just an opinion there. People can do it whatever they would like.
Easier
But
to attack and defend from.
I mean, I learned a lot of stuff from Yu-Gi-Oh, which, oh God, that's one of those games you do not take a decade off, and then all of a sudden, like, let's go into an online match. It's like, all right, let's set up a deck.
Oh,
Apparently, having 3 blue-eyes white dragons is not the most optimal thing because it's like, yeah, in like 5 or 6 turns, I just got completely raffle stuff. There's all these chains, combos, and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, there's things that I haven't even conceived of. Like my greatest notion was maybe watching a show maybe like 6 or 7 years ago where those things were kind of conceptualized in the game as a completely different meta now.
dude, that's it's like Piper took off of Magic the Gathering for a while, and then they released a set she was interested in again, of course, because it had werewolves in it. Right? So she got interested again, and all her Magic the Gathering buddies were like her decks used to wail on them pretty good. In normal Magic the Gathering, and her friends were all like, "Oh, we only play Commander now." Completely different. No, she cannot play. She has all these awesome decks, and no one to play with because everybody's playing a completely different play style now. So she had to go and make a couple of decks just so she could keep playing with them. And she ain't used to it. And she stares at her masterpieces that no one plays that style anymore. Apparently, they went and all broke up their standard decks in order to make Commander decks, and so she refused to do that. So she's just sad looking at her decks and collecting dust. Nobody plays that style anymore. Yeah, that sucks.
I don't even have the conceptualization. I feel like there's some like promotion system or something like that where you can have some advantage, or is it just a completely different game? Is it like a Rothi Basin versus like Alteric Valley? It's completely different or similar thingy?
Basically, so same cards. You can pretty much use all the same cards. It's just that standard is a 60 card deck. You're allowed to have up to 4 copies of each kind of card other than mana. And then your legendary cards you can only have 1 copy of out at a time. Stuff like that. Standard. Commander is you can have you have 100 cards to work with in your deck, but you can only have 1 copy of each card.
Oh.
Instead of up to 4. And then you have to designate a legendary somebody as the commander, which is its own set of rules. So yeah. So nobody wants to play the standard 60 card anymore, which is her deck building talent is where that lies. So instead, she's hunting down single copies of cards to make a commander decks. And then all those people moved away. Yeah, so she's got commander decks that she can't even test out because you know what's cool about the 60 card decks is you can play one-on-one. In fact, that was the primary way to play was one-on-one. With commander decks, you need at least 4 people. Yeah.
But I thought one of the things of Magic you could just play it and like
Yeah, it used to be.
you have friends. Friend has cards. You has cards. You set up decks. You engage in gameplay, and then you're saying like the current meta is give you more cards. You're going to be able to promote a legendary champion. Totally not like Raid Shadow Legends, but then we're going to expand your deck. So you're going to want to have some more cards, but you want to have a selection of cards because depending upon your opponent, you may want to prepare differently. Unless that's not the meta, and all you do is you set up a particular set of things and you just steamroll people.
Yeah. So she's like, she got left behind. And then by the time she finished making these decks, everybody's schedules got poopy. And so she can only find like
Touching
one
the brown
person.
mana.
It's tap the brown. Ew.
I last time I checked, I didn't know that was a thing, or is
That
that
is
like with
not.
style?
That is
Okay,
not a
okay.
thing. So I'm a.
Thank you.
I'm a.
Thank you,
Blah.
nerdy. I mean, it's
Oh my goodness. Too much has come from this one show that I feel like would be hilarious referenced later, especially out of context.
it's.
I
mean,
love the
legit,
sense. I love
it was
the
just.
bleep. I love it.
Hey, it's I can't say we're a family show here where we exist in some superposition where it's like I think my nephew now may actually be old enough to actually watch, or I don't know how those
Oh
things
no,
work.
yeah, no, I get it. I have a problem. Me and Piper have a problem where we forget when we're supposed to be family friendly, because this is just part of our vocabulary and has been since, like, I don't know, the beginning of time or something. I don't
Well,
know, but like
no, that's the thing. That's why I don't usually let words, if I hear words and they sound malicious or something, it's like maybe you say something. Because listen, sometimes you put your foot in your mouth, sometimes you may put other
looks
things.
like perhaps we were going about it wrong and needed both the hooves and the mouth. I love that all of that stemmed from the Piper trying to explain what a horse bow was.
Oh, isn't it just a setup while you're on horseback?
Yeah, it's basically the OG recurve bow. Was super curved and didn't have all the bells and whistles of any of the other recurve bows. You used your hands to rest the arrow on to shoot and stuff. And it's really interesting and it's really cool. But yeah, it's designed specifically to shoot from horseback, like while in motion on horseback, and
That's gonna be a thing to get used to. I feel like that would also like be on a boat or something. So like, do you try to like balance it out just freehand, or are you resting it on like a pedestal or something like that, where kind of like the edge of a pool table?
you are balancing on the back of the horse, and turning all different ways and stuff, while like the horse is going one direction and you're shooting in all sorts of directions.
Wait, hold on, Fyzz. So according to what you're saying, it sounds like if one is going to do mounted archery, you basically just wrap your legs around the horse, get like right in there, like stirrups and stuff, and then all of a sudden you're just using your core as basically a turret.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a lot of work.
And so yeah, that's why the name of the game is like speed versus perfect accuracy. You're gonna just be shooting lots of arrows and hoping they hit their target. So you have to be good at archery and a very good rider first before you combine the two, and it is still its own difficulty level. So the one before the recurve bow was just the curve bow. I know, right? I don't know what.
I did not put enough skills in ride. I only put the minimal amount. Our DM was like, put some dang skills in ride, because I'm not making all these dang checks for you. Make sure you have something. So, okay.
Well, Peppa got interested in it because she already liked archery and she already liked writing. So she was like, well, then it should be natural that I have an interest in doing both at the same time. Unfortunately, hasn't found a place. She can't afford a horse herself. Hasn't found a place that actually does that stuff that is within a reasonable distance. Recurve bow. You're so silly. So why it's called a recurve bow is because you got your long bow. That's already one curve. If you look at a long bow, it's like a long curved stick. So a recurve bow is it's like a long bow, but it curves back at you, back outward. Technically twice. So when one of those breaks while you're using it, it hurts 10,000 times worse than if a longbow snaps on you, just so you know.
Wait, a recurve bow, or is that not actually
just
thing?
A regular recurve bow? Recurve. Yeah, so there's no recurve that I know of, unless that's what you want to call your compound bows, which is a pulley system and meh.
So I mean, but is that recurved, or you would have to like have like another bow? Is it like those memes that like certain like topologists will share? Will they share like a pair? Like they'll say like, "Oh, topologists are at it again." And it's like you see a pair of shorts, but then from each leg of the shorts comes another pair of shorts, and then it goes into like an infinite regression of different pairs of shorts. And based upon, I think the topological arguments, it's not wrong, but an old person sees that and is like, "Wow, I want what they're on."
Right.
It's probably a lot of
I
coffee
believe
and
100% that you could make a recurve bow. I also believe it would not be practical in the slightest, but possible.
nerdy. Don't give her any idea. We're already discussing the topic of potentially arming Fizz. There are enough things wrong with that. We do not need to give her a multi-dimensional curved bow.
Oh, don't worry. The bows and the archery stuff, that's Piper's thing. That
Okay.
is not my thing.
It's I currently, yes, that is a
Especially
correct
after
statement.
seeing Piper after that's after her new bow. Yeah, no. I'm good. I am good on the not being an archer personally.
Oh, that just leaves the problem of horse.
He's
Because
hot.
Oh no!
I love that there's still a bit of oh no in there, and it's not me. I mean Piper.
it's
Oh
that's
no.
the superpositions, the stuff of that. I'm just saying that apparently she
Oh
needs a
man,
mount.
poor Cotton Council, man. When she gets a hold of this, oh no, oh no.
That's why I'm like, some people like horse.
Actually,
Some people do not.
if I wasn't lazy and Piper wasn't busy, we should like one of us should have clipped some of that ourselves and sent it to no.
So I'm just saying the next time Giggity happens to pop up in those places, there may be a few pre-made clips ready to go.
Oh, well, I'm supposed to make them. Yeah, well, I mean, technically, it's a group effort. We are supposed to make a music video for G Iggity and her song. We don't have the green screen anymore, so we haven't bothered yet. But I think we're gonna have to slip some horse nipple in.
Depending on the right background and stuff, usually StreamYards you could upload at least a decent approximation because like there's no green screen right now. My major conflict is usually I'm moving around like a crazy person. My light isn't all that great. The sun is slowly starting to go down, so it's changing the gradient, and I choose to wear a yellow shirt. Which, if you're gonna use anything, that's not the color you use when you're trying to do any type of visual effects.
Mm. Yeah, we need to stop being lazy and freaking like do it. But there's also the problem of like too many ideas. I need to get a backdrop of the place that she's supposed to be at for sure.
It's well, maybe I'll let Piper know she can use some AIs and stuff, so you don't need to feel so dirty about giving her the idea.
Ah, dang it.
She's
But that
most
does remind me though. I did help her the music. She has been currently trying for like almost a month now to make another what should be considered a family friendly Fyzz song. That's got some science in it. However, she's been fighting tooth and nail with this AI for like a month trying to get it to do the thing. And she's been looking up all sorts of like different advice and prompt thingies, and it's so close, but it's not quite working.
it's
She's trying so hard.
so she said something. Was there another program or something like that, like FLV or something like that, or
FL Studio. Like apparently she's like the only person on the planet left that still calls it Fruity Loops.
What?
Yeah, it's a mood, nerdy for sure. Mood. Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
So you can tell I'm single. I need shirt. I go to Kohl's. This is entertaining. I get it because it's in the right size.
This must be nice though.
It's no, I know. It's an accurate statement and everything. People may intuit other things for there. I'm just like, well, it's accurate, and I like Pooh Bear. I played football with a kid that we called Pooh Bear because he had a very large head, may have had the largest head on the team. Very nice young man. I think he was good at math.
Oh,
Yes, he has short
I could see a
shorts.
correlation there.
It's Now, Curtis, to be fair, I cannot condone the eating of denim. Now, I ain't the boss of anybody, but I'm also not a doctor nor a dietitian. It may be a way to get fiber. I cannot confirm that. I would not recommend eating shorts. Although I did enjoy the show Salute Your Shorts.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the song? Camp on a wanna.
I was gonna say, did it start that way? Because like I remember that part.
Okay, hold on. We need to get a copyright strike.
Right? I remember them singing, but I was like, for some reason, I don't remember how it starts. And then the dude's on the piano fussing at him to sing it right, and they kind of don't. And then, but then yeah, and then there's the chorus. Can't wanna hold you in our hearts, and we.
They started. So I'm gonna try to be tricky. I'm gonna see if we can avoid a copyright strike that I'm sure we've already had there. Because dang, they're good. They're good at that, which I suppose is fair. And I also don't really care that much. But that's where that begins.
You know what? My favorite character is like I swear in like every freaking I don't know on group freaking show or whatever is always basically this redhead dude.
Yes.
Right, the troublemaker. Like that's always because like you always find out that they actually have a heart of gold on the inside, deep down inside. They're just troubled and stuff like that. Character archetype, favorite character in every freaking show that has one. Like.
Wait a second. So Fyzz likes a bad boy that has red hair? Oh,
can't imagine why.
Imagine my shock.
It's the I can fix them.
That's what they all say. To be fair, I feel there were episodes in this where I feel like that's true. I'm just anytime you change somebody's diet, that you got gut bacteria, something. All I know is my stomach doesn't agree with certain stuff and things that I'm ingesting. Well, nerdy, that has not been proven. I'm sure they totally didn't do it for a reason, saying anyone with a haircut like that can't be doing any good in the world. I resemble that remark. John, oh no. Oh no. Well, we got back to Skynet.
On my back?
Oh, you left? You were suspiciously quiet.
Oh yeah, everything broke on my end. I was just sitting here like, oh.
Wait, are you saying that technical difficulties are a thing?
Like, I get nervous. I get nervous when they happen.
I'm just saying it's not like I screenshotted you earlier when you may have been doing laundry duties, and I'm just like, okay, she's not back yet. I'm just taking a picture. Just because that picture can be put into so many different contexts.
I know. Look, that is the thing I love about this model specifically is that when it loses my tracking, that is its default, what it decides to do at default. And I'm like, I love it. It's me like being suspicious of something off in the corner.
Wearing a disguise that is worthy of Inspector Clouseau.
Oh, that's true. This time I'm in it's sad because like I love that is the AFK lost tracking face, but my other model doesn't have a funny AFK lost tracking face. It just freaking freaks out and gets stuck in like not a cool, funny looking pose.
It's just not like the suspicious. That's why it's hard to tell sometimes. But
yeah.
We continue to get copyright.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you look at them and it's like
I remember when I was their ages and stuff like that, because that's when I was watching the show. And then it's like, oh, Dina was kind of cute and everything, and now it's like, wow, I'm just a creepy old man. Yeah.
Well, the good news is they aged too. They just didn't in the
Yeah.
show.
No. It's just a reference thing. You go
Yeah.
back, you think thoughts, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this seems very wrong. So I think it's one of the other consideration. I think it's okay. Otherwise, we're all terrible people. But I know I am. So, Liz, what have you been up to? You've been working hard, it looks like.
Yes.
You can just describe any of the stuff in things, streams and stuff.
I was gonna say, I was like, nobody knows that Mario Brothers actually had a sister too. She
Wait, what?
You finally flipped.
didn't become a plumber, became a whatever you do with this kind of hat on.
Nurse, doctor,
Yeah, war times maybe. The rescue worker.
yes,
Even his hair is hot.
Yes,
I've been working hard on this one song. I swear it's so close to doing what Piper told it to do. So close. Otherwise, I'm supposed to be streaming in a little bit, in like 2 hours, over on Twitch. It was supposed to be Minecraft, but
yes. I
Xbox,
saw
or
that
not
you were going to be
Xbox, but
disappointing
Microsoft.
people again with different things.
Yeah, Microsoft is broken for me. I'm not sure what is going on, but
you broke Minecraft?
Yeah, I broke my Microsoft, actually, I guess.
Oh, it runs
which owns
deep.
Minecraft.
Wait, how did you break Microsoft?
I broke my Microsoft account somehow because even my phone keeps popping up with, "Hey, can't log into your Microsoft account anymore," and I'm like, "Hey, I didn't know that you were doing that in the first place."
We have a problem. We cannot connect to this thing. Oh, I was unaware you were connected. Listen,
I was like, "Oh, I didn't know you were connected before."
I am not an attorney, but typically within the human realm, when they have those like end user license agreements, you know, those things that are like 100 or a few hundred pages that like nobody
all them
really ever
letters and
reads.
stuff.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. So like you signed away, or as LDG might say, yes, it should be your data, it should be your choice, and folks should be competing from that rather than being like, "Hi, here's a shiny thing. Give us
Do you want
delicious
this thing?
information."
Right? All you gotta do is click yes, and you can have the
thing.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's how we get stuff and things.
I'm pretty sure that is how the phone, where it's like, Samsung can't connect to Microsoft, and I'm like, you guys are friends?
Yeah. Oh, how do you know? Wait, what? You're communicating what with whom now? It's
y'all are talking. I didn't know y'all knew each other. Dang.
Yes. For those of you
I'll be
that
playing something. Something. I will be doing something on Twitch in a couple hours. I haven't decided yet, and probably when I first go live, I still will have not decided. Because that's how I roll.
really, I mean, I can't believe any content creator would ever just kind of like go on a whim and just see what happens. I mean, it's not like this show is a thing because
he's hot.
Oh no!
Because he's hot. Oh no! Hot
James.
We're all going to hell. No, except you. You're going back to the moon.
Yeah.
Good thing to know is those are respawn points at some point. God, it might be a while though. So try to make as much progress as we can on this playthrough. That's gonna be my claim. You can take that as you want. Is it true? I don't know, but I don't know. It seems like sound stuff that one might take as words.
Oh, words. Man, that's some serious business right there. No, I think what's lame, right, is that your original save gets completely deleted whenever you respawn. So you can't even like just be like, oh man, I'm not gonna do what I did the last game this time. For sure, I'm gonna do it this way. You don't even get that. All your experience is deleted and everything. It's kind of cheap.
Oh, that's I. To be fair, that's one of the things I think World of Warcraft kind of got right was that I remember back in the day in like Utopia and stuff like that. It's like you that whatever you had on you, people could just grab, and people
Mm.
did not like that, especially when lag was present. And back on the 28 days, when your first Dreadlord encounter, you're lagging out, and then they murk you, and you're so distraught because I wanted to do the stuff, learn the bow, and all these things, and then you instant resurrect, and then you take your 20% stat loss because you're so distraught. Yes. That yes,
I think that had a bit of realism in it because like all the time you're going through looting the NPCs that you yourself murder and stuff, and but then expect nobody to come along and loot you, while
okay.
you're just laying there.
I withdraw my statement. Murder is bad, even in video games, even though we heavily promote that. But it in a survival game, that's basically the point. In World of Warcraft, that was in an MMORPG. Basically, if you needed to re-get all your gear every time, that's not really the type of game. However, in something like Minecraft, Ark, what are the other ones like PUBG? Is that a thing? Or I'm thinking of uh, survival building games when you can get stuff and you can start crafting stuff, and basically then when you get enough resources, you kind of like try not to kill the server because you kind of run the server, and it's like, is this a friendly server? Yes. You gotta keep the night crew in check, otherwise they'll go around and obliterate everyone, and then it kind of just becomes a little boring.
That's if you get on a public server, you get on like one that's just like you and your friends, then at least if you croak, you can be like, hey guys, don't steal my stuff, okay?
Yes, because that never happened. Was that a Pete and Pete episode? Where the one kid
Probably.
gets ground grates a cave under his lawn. Oh, I feel like maybe that was
Oh,
Salute Your Shorts. Maybe?
I don't think that was Salute Your Shorts. That might have been a Pete and Pete. Oops.
Okay, because that does kind of sound like a Pete and Pete style thing there.
Yeah.
That was also a good show, and the person, okay, the bad boy there was the younger brother, but he didn't have quite the haircut. He had the
Yeah,
tattoo.
he was lacking in the in a lot of the bad boy.
He was also kind of an adolescent, so all right,
Hmm.
growth spurts and stuff. But oh, nerdy is pointing out maybe your hat is some sort of physics convention. Because within physics, I think they mostly use what is it, minus plus plus plus, or is it plus minus minus minus? I think for like one of the Einstein metrics or something. To be fair, we don't have the back of the hat, so if we did, we would have more
True.
information. But right now, it's an uncertainty. So
Back of the hat says if found, return to Bob.
oh, I did you seek out Bob?
No, I don't know who Bob is, but he clearly wasn't using the hat because it wasn't on his head.
I feel like return to Bob on the hat kind of infers if one finds the hat to try to bring it back to Bob, because maybe they took it off because they needed a haircut, or maybe it was kind of hot, or maybe they actually used it, something fell on their head and they had a headache. And wait, where did you find it?
Well, there's in this area that kind of looked like a construction zone a little bit, except more like a destruction zone, which I thought was pretty cool.
It's because there were probably some construction workers.
Hot
that-
dude.
Games.
I mean, that's
Ooh. Well, yeah, they all had like they had these really bright vests that kind of matched these hats. But I couldn't find one, so I didn't get one of those. But yeah, no, there's a lot of cranes and stuff. There was some down power lines. That was kind of scary looking.
well, it's Yes, Arc for the win. I played Alpha, and then I got a girlfriend who never signed in. But I feel like you have committed theft again. Like
No,
like the
I'm
time
gonna
you
go
threw a
put it
soda.
back when I'm done with
Yeah,
the witness protection, my own version of witness protection program. Eventually I'll even
no,
throw in the mustache.
I mean, listen, it's not like you need a witness protection program. It's not like you're gonna get in trouble associating with people that
He's
do
a
things
hot
like.
dude.
James.
Is it just me, or is Piper sharing AI generated art, which I know she's totally not doing because she's totally anti AI and everything, and she has a hot horse dude on the screen when I come in?
No, she been sharing AI, but
Yeah, no, I had to witness that, so I wanted protection. That's why the heart hat is on my head, to protect my brain from having seen that.
I I don't know if that's how hats work. You may have been better with glasses, which I know is in your wardrobe, but then again, there is so many things.
Oh my goodness. Too much has come from this one show that I feel like would be hilarious referenced later, especially out of context. You notice that she gets a lisp like hardcore. You can tell you can tell how much Kiko Man that she has had by how much of a lisp she has.
I'm yes, can confirm. It's it's no. It's just a general thing, just for my encounters and everything. That is, yeah.
Well, does she always sound like that? Because there's the whole Fang problem.
It's I don't really care as long as it's words that make sense and just are hilarious. That's usually
Oh
what
my
I
gosh.
go with.
And the LDG dude, he freaking got an AI to clone her live. That was terrifying. I don't know why she wasn't more terrified. Like, see, she's betrayed me, man. Because now she's like, "Whoa, AI can do that. That's freaking wild." And I'm like, bro, now it's gonna freaking you're gonna get a robot body that looks like you and start committing crimes, and you're gonna get in trouble for it. That's where this is going.
I I mean, I can't say that. I mean, that does kind of sound like the path that she may be going down, but it's all right. We knew her before the AI and stuff like that, so, or at least allegedly, depending on one's interpretation. Um, yeah, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's You have yet to become Fizz GPT. I actually need to write that part, but that's in another realm where different things like
Like,
this.
even his hair is hot.
We need to include Mr. Horse.
Mr. Horse.
Mr. Horse, how far have you come? Rather than just a meme of a horse that likes to eat cat litter, up to Mr. Horse combined with Legolas with
Oh
darker hair.
man. A really beefy Legolas, though, man. Legolas was like a little string bean.
Yeah, yes, but he wasn't crossed with a horse.
Oh, this is true. Yeah.
It's the elf that tends to have a more slender physique, and then horses are, well, we use the term interchangeably as an adjective for different people occasionally, like a hoss.
Ooh, that fits.
Listen, nerdy, I'm not saying that's part of like the deep down lore. It's not like Stephen Wolfram has been putting his information, his likeness, his mannerisms, his writings out there. I mean, he has a bot on Twitter. One of the individuals from the Wolfram Institute apparently made a Stephen Wolfram bot. So if LDG could do that from like just like a couple minutes, if even, of stuff, it's. Listen, when I'm ashes to ashes and dust to dust, it's not like it's my dream that all of a sudden a whole bunch of trolls that are totally not in my image are running around to do stuff. Got me.
Johnny!
I have no idea if you lagged or that was just so unarticulated well that it's like what even came out there? It's like those were so many words. What was the actual point again?
it was the second one. I was just that pause was me like racking my brain, going, "What just happened?"
Words. Something kind of coherent. Words. Okay, that is more words, more words. This, that, and then got me. It's like
Usually only numbers do that to me, but this time, yeah, them words.
it was a personal rant because the best villains tell you their plan directly, so it can be foiled.
Mm.
I mean, at least that's what media has taught me, and I always wondered. I'm like, why do they do that? Like it. Even Thanos was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. What's with one snap of my finger? I can wipe out half of all life in the universe. Why? Will make things better. So we went through, and then Thor almost stopped him, but he didn't go for the head. And then Thanos did what he said he was gonna do, and horrifically enough, after half the universe was basically snapped out of existence, things kind of seemed to get better.
Right?
Occasionally, some folks would ponder, was Thanos right?
Yeah, Piper freaking wrote an article about it, and then it got deleted off the internet along with the rest of her website.
What? I mean, that doesn't seem cool. Not now with that just happenstance. It's not like people would disagree with a with an opinion where you're actually working through and trying to like look at the different parameters. I mean, just imagine just shutting down somebody because you didn't like them having wrong think.
No, it sparked some interesting conversation. It was written back with uh
The
not Endgame, but
Infinity War
Infinity
or
War.
something.
Yeah, Infinity
Yeah.
War had just dropped, and she had watched that, and yeah, she wrote it and she made it funny. She put some pictures in there, make it funny, talking about culling the herd and this and that, and how humans decided that they have the right to do that with other species to try and make things better, even though they're the whole reason that herds needed culled in the first place because they got rid of the predators that would have naturally done it. But besides that, they were like, so if Thanos decided he's a higher being than all these other ones and smarter and knows what's best, why is he getting like? Why are we like, hey, that's not cool when all these other intelligent species were doing it, before. At least humans were.
Fizz, don't you understand? You've been on the internet long enough. It's okay when we do it.
Mm.
However, it's again okay. Rules for thee, but not for me.
Yeah, it was expanding on that in detail to make a fun, lighthearted, hey, just seen this movie and thought I would actually take Thanos' side for the sake of an article. And it sparked good, conversations and stuff. No, her whole website got deleted like last year, a year before, and that article went with it. She wrote a couple of other ones. I can't even remember what they were anymore because that was the popular one.
I think I actually remember starting to go through it. I'm like, okay, this actually seems like well researched and everything because
I just
I
remember
haven't
one of the
studied the
pictures
Marvel
was like
movies.
one of the
Yeah.
pictures was horrible taxidermy with the caption, "At least Thanos wasn't doing this to us." Like when he was culling,
Oh no!
he
Oh
was just
no!
he was just
Just
poofing us.
delete
He wasn't like
everything
killing us
except
and then
like something
stuffing
we
us.
can mount on a. Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
done for sport. It was trying to be done for efficiency's sake. Even though it's like, well, if you have all that power and the resources are an issue, don't you have the ability to? I don't know. I can just make some non-life type material, just convert it via all the Infinity Stones into like useful things. I don't know.
I don't know, make more resources. But then I get
Yeah, and
that because
then we
more
would just turn them
resources
into
would
more
lead to more
weapons, and we would
people, and you would
continue
keep
doing.
needing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is the argument.
yeah.
Yeah. It makes you
Like even
think.
his hair is hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, we need more horse dudes. Less taxidermy.
I mean, I've
or just
heard
we need some horse dude taxidermy. I don't know anymore. Like that would be pretty.
I mean, I mean, we went from like conceptualizing, and again, I've heard Elon Musk said that he is pro genetically engineering cat girls and stuff like that. And yes, I know you're not a cat, even though the mustache looks like you have like some cat whiskers there a little bit. Uh,
But I mean, let him experiment with cats. Once he perfects that, then he can go on to the cooler animals.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
Listen, I personally, I think we should be wary of playing God. It's
I
probably,
mean, we only been trying to tell you humans that since like forever. But y'all are like, but look it.
but it was just a sign, bro. It's like there's nobody actually living there on the moon. Well, to be fair, right now, aside from some tardigrades and the man in the moon, I think nobody's actually taking care of the moon because, like, wasn't that supposed to be your job until like?
It was supposed to be Luna's job. But
uh,
yeah,
uh,
you won't find like beings living on the moon physically because that would be weird. But but
but no,
yes.
no, but you left. I
Mm,
thought like the post is abandoned.
yes.
I, I just feel like if somebody's supposed to be taking care of the moon, maybe somebody should be taking care of the moon. Maybe the moon can take care of itself. I mean, it's apparently been around for billions of years. I'm not.
That is the nice thing about these celestial bodies is they are usually they're already kind of, you know, got their own natural rhythm that they go through. There's not much actually messing with it needs to be done except for the sun's pretty volatile. Um but it's not like Orion's been caring about that either. Uh since they pretty much go through their own cycles, and almost work like clockwork, almost like their program. Um, there isn't much you to do when in charge of those things, other than make sure that they keep, you know, doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing, and that thing they can do without the micromanagers being there. So y'all are pretty safe, you know, as long as something doesn't go wrong, like a meteor or a comet or something, then, you know, knock some things, you know, and to make them stop working as intended. You know, as long as nothing comes along, uh, that was, you know, that disrupts that. Y'all are good.
So all all I'm thinking of right now is
Now, this is an invention in the world. You'll make $1 million.
I see. I'm just thinking of the episode where this plays out, and then Homer gets the drinking bird to do his one task, which is to literally just push the vent button to make sure the reactor won't overload, and then the thing falls over, and the reactor's about to overload because he wasn't doing his job and put just the bird in charge.
Exactly. Yeah. As long as an external problem doesn't come along to knock over the bird, essentially, then yeah, it can be. It's the moon's gonna do its moon stuff without a moon goddess there. More there for like protection from the bird getting knocked over. But that would take another celestial. Or another, yeah, that would actually honestly be another celestial's fault too.
So as long as no celestials out there are dicks, they're
Yeah.
totally fine.
Yeah, as long as none's being a dick with their job, or, you know, intentionally flinging stuff, or, you know, one of the other realms doesn't figure out how to mess things up in realms that aren't their own, then everything should be fine. And uh technically the gods and goddesses are kind of replaceable. It just takes a while. So it's probably faster to just get the original one to go back to your post.
Learned a lot today.
Mm.
Now, I'm not an overly religious person, but let's hope that the moon is totally fine and there's no incoming Earth-destroying asteroids or anything like that. I'm doing all right, Darkon. YouTube promotion advertising. I think I spent like $200 on like one of the videos about a cyclic cosmology, and apparently a lot of folks, heavily from India, where I think culturally that happens to resonate. 15,000 folks from over there came over and then clicked the button via advertising and stuff. But it works well. To be fair, I don't think many of them really care about a live stream. With all due respect, my celestial wolf girl co-host, they would probably prefer more videos and content like that, which is totally fine. Totally fine. It's also slightly terrifying at times, but that is the answer to that. So now that we've fully engaged in abusive capitalism, I think that's about all I got. Fyzz, you're streaming in like an hour or so?
Yep. I'm streaming something. It will be a game. It will probably not be Minecraft.
Because you broke Microsoft.
Yeah. Well, I broke my Microsoft account somehow or something. Every time I try to log in, no matter which way I try to log in, it says there's an error, try again later. And I keep trying again later. I've been trying again later for like days.
I feel like that might be an LDG thing that he might be able to help you with, because like he's like a wizard at that stuff. But other than that, this is Twitch, Piper's YouTube, and Fyzz's future ASMR channel are in the chats or in the doobly-doo. Feel free to check any of those out if that's your type of thing. But Fyzz, do you have parting words for the good folks?
Oh no, looks like perhaps we were going about it wrong and needed both the hooves and the mouth.
I'm broken. You broke me. Oh no. Oh dear. You guys! You guys! I just want to hug some gold!
He's hot.
Oh no.